Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. So as I said several weeks ago, at this point probably, I was gonna do something bold and original in streaming at a time in which I don't normally stream, for the purpose of taking a second look at YIIK. So that's what I'm doing today. That's exactly what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. I might get interrupted. Since people are awake in this living space in which I inhabit. It is not just me and my cat. There are other people. So I might get interrupted. There might be noise in the background. There might be all kinds of stuff. I don't care. We're gonna play some YIIK. My cat's yelling at me. Yeah. Very cool. I think she's napping right now and she's upset that I'm talking. Okay. So let's launch the game. And I will then talk about what I hope this second playthrough of YIIK will yield. let's get rid of stream elements. I did check to make sure that it would capture the audio and video before I started. Let's see if that's still the case or if I have to fix it again. Okay. Also, my windows are a mess. Okay, that seems to be working. That looks correct. Okay. Want it windowed? Alright. Okay, so I remember this from last time. This is the original title screen of the game, not IV's title screen, as it usually comes before you complete it. Yeah. So this is what it looked like before IV, and this is what it looks like now. Guess we select load game? New game plus plus. So this... Alright, we have 2 new game plus pluses. I think the very last time I played this, I did the K&N ending where you find Sammy and then you go to awesome land. Alex wins. And then this one is the benevolent psychosis one. I don't know which one we should choose or if it even matters. Let's just choose the benevolent psychosis one. Unless that doesn't... Oh, I think it accidentally exited. There we go. Introducing Crow. I think this is just the normal intro. It's a Nanu. Let's meet in a dream. So we know what this is. This is the meme of the missing woman. This is Alex in his college dorm room. He's packing up his stuff. He's gonna follow her into the mine dungeon. But here he is getting on the bus. And there's the Perfume King. So there's a lot of stuff about this intro that I didn't understand at first, but now we're understanding it. There's the fucking pose, the dangerous pose. Michael and Nameless. Or Allison, as she's playing here. It's the camera. Here's the Chance Traveler Villa. I think the Rory and there's that. Wow, I had no idea that Carrie was actually in the intro. Chandra and Asuka, just as they appear in Benevolent Psychosis on the Hill. Fruit. I think that's already an implication of Chandra and Michael being parallels of each other. Them appearing as like soul survivors. Also, it's missing persons posters. And here's these guys. Essentia and Proto-Alex. Use daddy. Kiss the hot mama. And yeah, we know who these guys are in this the role of the story now. Also some guy in a panda suit. Here's everybody twisted up around the thrones that we didn't really... I mean, I kind of knew the meaning of before beating the game, but now we know it's the thrones of the king and queen. Here's Handsome Crow. There's Punished Alex atop the towering Mount Onism. And there's Nameless, unassumedly balancing, and oh no, she falls for no reason. Wow, that's so unfortunate that she fell for no reason. Except for Alex, I don't know, just looking at her slightly. The Blackened Pond. Oh no, why am I just moving on her own? Why? Why is she doing that? Oh boy. This is unfortunate. No buttons are being pressed. Okay, let's plug this controller back in. Still... Oh god, of course I'm having controller failures. So the intention of this, the intention of replaying this, is I wanna find all the things that I missed, or at least try to. But the other is to, because I think the game story is interesting, now that I've beaten the game, see how much has changed compared to what I knew to what I know now. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, no, she's still moving to the left. Okay. Well, I'd like to save first, but I can't save if this is happening. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, no, as soon as I unpause, it's just constant control failure. Okay. I guess we are quitting. I think we can skip past the intro though. Okay, let's just quit. It's unfortunate. Okay. Plug the controller again. Relaunch this. Okay. I think it was because it was on the Xbox. Let's see this if this fixes it. It would be so cool if it did. Okay, hold on. Okay. Do we have to watch the cutscene again? What if I button mash? Oh, here we go.
I am awake, I am walking this
I like to skip.
scene.
There we go. Please. Please don't walk on your own. No! May have to play mouse and keyboard. Damn it. I don't know what's wrong with my controller. Yes. Okay. Okay, once more. Okay, what are the controls here? WASD, face buttons, run, cancel, tool use, confirm is which one? It's so tiny. Is that K? Demise, confirm. Okay. Okay, so how do I go about skipping this on keyboard?
I am awake, I am walking this scene. You say to me, I am
I don't think it's gonna work.
mercy. Blah 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 blah. I shook my head. You were the best.
Yeah, no, that's just the... Okay. Well, I guess we're watching this again. Return? Confirm. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna skip. Can she do it? She can. I wish I could use analog controls. Okay, I guess we're saving. Yes. Wait, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. I may remap the controls. Oh my god. Okay. What is it? K? Alright. Where's my options menu anyways? Oh. It's not space. Oh, here we go. 2. Can we actually do that? I mean, it's in the options. I noticed this previous playthrough, but anyways, let's take a look at this. Unless we'll actually wonder if it'll work now. Well said. Cause I just want to play it with a controller. It'd be so nice. No. I wonder what's wrong. I wonder if this controller is like finally just out of it. No, because we're having issues like this too. Okay. This is weird. Just go back to keyboard for now. No, no quit. Oh no, my volume. What the hell? Yes. This is horrendous. I just want to talk about the YIIK. Damn. Okay. Once more. Wonder as to why. My controller's acting like this. Damn. Like, it shouldn't be. Played Oblivion fairly recently and it wasn't acting like this. Ah, god, okay. Let's try. Let's just play it with mouse and keyboard. You're banished, stripped of self, and remade in sorrow. Gone, worthless child. So we know this is a representation of Alex. Of course, the big baby with the king's crown would be him. Yeah, the blackened pond. That's where this is. It's the crying fountain. Very sad fountain. It does not heal you. Hold on, let me change it back to keyboard controls so that way it don't keep getting tripped up by X's and O's and triangles and shit. Bathe in fire. You got it.
Heal.
Send the mountain to receive your name. Oh, whoops. Up the rainbow stairs. On over to...
Child, what happened to your name? Did you lose it in the fall? Tragedy. I dub thee.
Nothing. Hold on. Let me arrange my windows just a little better. Okay, a little better. Hold on. Okay. So, I think it's interesting. So we know now whoops this is. So this is... So this is supposed to... This is an actor. This is an actor. We know that this is a movie now, this whole sequence. This is Asuka. Represented as this angel here. And of course there's Proto-Alex / William in the background. Man, it sucks having to use mouse and keyboard. Use this. That. Hold on. Keep having to move stuff around because I realize like half my game isn't even on my screen. Okay. Let's go this way. Statue here. A blue woman. So we recall the blue, so there is a blue woman who's a character in the game. I guess I never really noticed the statue here. Maybe that's a callback to her or a something like that. Carrie, seek the good brother. There's the towering Mount Onism in the background.
Those who travel behind the rock seek an unwise invitation.
Can protect you beyond this realm. Bad brother lives here. He's not home. He pushed you from the tower. Here's this again. The throne of the king and queen also. Oh, I never realized that. Yeah, golden alpaca's shadow. The good brother.
Wait for me! Good brother!
Now we now we have the weep shoes. But why did Rory keep walking? And she obviously like fell and couldn't keep up with him. Okay.
What? You're not on the guest list. Shoo, get lost, nobody.
Okay, sure. Let's go behind the rock. So there is some kind of parallel to be had with this, what we're about to do, and what Alex does later in the game. And I guess there's also some kind of parallel you can draw between tripping on the cat, the cat blob, and Alex chasing the cat. But I feel like that one's more abstract. I don't really know entirely what that means. We will go behind this rock.
Why did you wake me? What do you want?
I was hoping you had an invitation for me. I'm trying to get to the party.
The party? Why the hell do you want to go there? How did you even get down here?
I hit my head earlier, so it's kind of fuzzy.
So, you've got amnesia. Wow, that's a pretty cool backstory.
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I just get things mixed up from time to time.
Mixed up, huh? Well, you know it's my birthday party, right?
Oh, is it? How wonderful! Happy birthday! Could I please attend? My good brother has gone. You see, I'm fleeing from my bad brother and my cold, fuzzy memories of him.
Cool. Yeah, I can work with that. Well, I'll need something in exchange.
Oh, I don't have much. I'm only a child, you see.
I'll need your name for the invitation. You can have it back once the party is over.
Oh, you see, I only just got my name back.
Do you want to go to
It's
the
not
party
her name
or
to begin
not?
with.
No, I definitely do. Fine, you can have my name.
See you at the party. My, birthday party.
Okay, so already there's some stuff that makes this make a little more sense. So, of course, initially, this whole bit here with the party and the name and whatnot, it's like, what the fuck is this shit about? But we know that William was born on New Year's, so that's how he relates to the whole year 2000 thing. That's not the only reason why year 2000 is so important, but that's the party he's talking about. And the name thing, we know Carrie is not Nameless's name. And we also know that, I also know that Asuka is, she's the one who gave Nameless her name. Asuka's an actor in this. This is a film. This whole sequence here basically is framed as a film. Then we don't realize this until later, though. So her name, she received a name from Asuka, and it's not actually her name. So yeah. Some stuff that makes sense. Anyways, let's look at his stuff. What are you looking at that for? Those are his private things. It's the big baby. Also, this, as we saw in the intro, this is something that I didn't really... kind of made the connection, but I didn't really understand until later. This is just Alex's dorm room, and we see this room again several times throughout the game. Sometimes it's things that look kind of similar to his room, sometimes it's literally just his room. Can't really interact with anything other than this poster. Anyways, let's attempt to go to the party. Wait, what happens when we talk? Does he have anything else to say?
Those who travel behind the...
It's the same thing, okay.
I must confess, I am destroyed you were invited to the party.
Crow is also an actor,
You see, I am a traveling thespian.
as he just said.
I was
Thespian
paid a handsome
actor.
sum to reject you. Should we meet again in another dream? Please, pardon my greed.
Seek that which belongs to you. Her name, her actual name. This is something we once again don't know until we know. Find the Self, the Sun, and the Holy Thief, which becomes relevant much later. Then we have this one. Now we have this! That's fine, sure. Disable player consequences? Oh yeah, I see. I remember this. No. Story is told intravenously. Good veins are required. Just your name. What do you go by? Okay, let's just do wait, no, let's not do that. Cause I remember, okay. So something I remember being told about and then doing the, first playthrough. Somebody in chat, told me about the aviators? Question mark? And the weird cryptic way you go about getting them. From Southtown. And I remember what Chad, the NPC who appears there, has to say. He says something about princess. Like, come back when you're a princess or something like that. I don't know if that means we should name ourselves after a princess. I'm not even sure what they mean. What is I? What does this do? Just random names? Maybe backer names? Or I can't remember if this was kickstarted or not. Anyways, let's erase this stuff. Oh, my cat's yelling at me. I think she wants on the desk. I'll put her on the desk. Okay, maybe we should... let's try... let's try this. Peach or Zelda are the two princesses that I can think of, that's it. Maybe we should try... let's just try Peach. Oops, not that. God, I hope this works. How many characters are we dealing with? Probably enough for entire Princess Peach, but I don't know, let's just try typing in Peach, see if this affects anything. If it doesn't, then I probably did something wrong, but I'm sure from whatever that NPC says that there has to be something to do with this. Or actually, hold on. I wonder... What if we name... What if we name ourselves Nameless? Would it even let us do that? Well, it's not saying that I can't do that. still want to try the princess thing though, so let's just do Peach. Confirm. Oh, it knows! It knows! Okay, this is good. Parents name me Marlene. Can you believe that? Yuck. Anyways, back to the questionnaire. Do you look like... Okay, buddy type A or buddy type B? Yeah. I don't think this is gonna affect the name, whether or not... Okay. Roll 4th, 1999. After won a wildcat chase. Frankton. There's the missing woman being spied by Michael, which makes sense. Asuka's here. I wonder if there's any significance with the Perfume King being the bus driver.
On April 4th, 1999, I arrived home from school. I just graduated. It took a few semesters longer than I originally planned, but I was proud to be done. I had no idea what adult life held for me, but I was optimistic.
Sure you were. Okay. Oh. What's Michelle doing here? She's not here in the original playthrough. I think I would have remembered. I'm going to ask you this one time. Would you like to erase all of your hard-earned XP? What? No. We have XP already? Oh, we kept our level. Did we keep our Carta? We keep our Carta! Okay, that's really interesting. Let's not erase our XP. Or Cartas or anything like that. Okay. So that's... And it looks like we keep our money, which isn't very much, but... So no thanks, Michelle. I don't know if it's worth, perusing Frankton. We can do that later. Let's just go home. Letter from Mom.
Alex, dear son of mine, please see if you can muster up the energy to walk into town and pick up some groceries. I've included a list below.
Not even home 5 minutes and she's already barking orders at me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get some bandages. Okay. Hold on. There's something I just remembered. Let me go to the cutting room floor. So there is cut content for YIIK, of course, given that it's an indie game. There's also unused dialogue, and I remember there was an unused slash cut Alex monologue about groceries. Let me take a look at that if I can find it real quick. Okay. Alright, I found it. Let me just shrink the window. So there's an unused monologue for Alex, lore about groceries and why he doesn't like groceries so much. Oh. What's happening? Oh, I have to press this button.
The needle of the record player has dropped. The sound that the world now hears will change the nature of all realities, both yours and mine.
Okay, Sencha.
What?
The needle of the record player has dropped. Can't you hear the music? It's everywhere.
That's so true. And cool.
That phone call was surely one of the strangest I've ever received. And no, I couldn't hear the music.
Alex is also really good at ignoring shit that he doesn't want to see or hear or whatever. So... Here's the bathroom. That's definitely what that is. I don't think there's anything of note here. Gross. Do we still have stuff in our storage? No, we don't. "7 years to earn his black belt." Wants it that way by the back alley boys. Okay. Here's Zine guy. Guess yeah. Yeah, that's so cool, Matt Hawkins. Gamer to gamer. Wonder what happens when we say no. However, if I can't raise enough money before the end of the chapter, I have to give up on my dream. Also, I like how he says the end of the chapter. Very meta. So last time we played this, we funded him. I wonder what will happen if we don't fund him. Yeah, let's take a burger from the burger tree. Let's take some money from the money tree. $5. Some milkshake. Yeah, that's great. This is Michael's house. And this is Michael's house. Michael's two houses. See, can we actually go to Southtown right now? What's the run button? Shit. How do I run? Here we go. Okay, we can just go to Southtown. Let's see. Oh. This is some stuff. The hell is these? Really interact with them. Same old? Yeah. Okay, so this is weird. Chocola bar. So this is Changey Irving. That's something else we can do a bit different in this playthrough is give Changey Irving the tape. Is there anything different here? It's a chest, but that was already there. And we don't have any of our items, do we? I think so, at least. Yeah. Okay. Is there anywhere else we could possibly go? Well, aside from these. Okay, let's... Okay. Hold on, let me look at the controls again. I can remember what button to press to confirm. 2. Okay. Oh. Well, doesn't really tell me much of anything. But I know what, I think we'll have to get all our tools and stuff again. That includes the monster whistle. Because I remember I didn't really use the monster whistle outside of that singular dungeon. Keep having to move windows around here.
A few hundred yards outside of town, I came to a junction. Mulling over the strangeness of being back home, I stopped to notice a forest I'd never explored. It was dark, but somehow attractive. I made a mental note to explore it later, and took a step towards town when I heard a meow near my feet.
Attractive forest.
I pictured what it would be like to be the owner, and I imagined describing him to a friend. Lonely? Nah, I don't get too lonely. Besides my mom, there's only a cat. An old cat. But a good friend to talk to. My fictional friend would reply, "You talk things over, do you?" I'd nod. Uh-huh. Been together a long time, so we can read each other's moods. I understand what makes the cat tick. The cat knows what makes me tick. Of course, I didn't know this cat at all.
Writing fan fiction about a cat. Pretty nice.
Never met. He was a funny-looking cat, with a funny resting face and a Salvador Dali mustache. couldn't imagine picking out this cat to bring home from a store. I leaned down to pet him, without entirely knowing if cats like to be pet at all.
I have no words. That's like a thing. Don't cats just like being pet? Whatever.
His coarse hair ran through my fingers as he purred. Clearly he liked me. That was a good sign.
This is all fantasy, by the way.
Alex Eagleston, college graduate, friend of small ass.
Hey! Give them back to me!
He unlocked a new title and he lost his quest log. What happens if we ignore the cat? Keep forgetting Jay's run. What if we go to the arcade instead of follow the cat? What if we go buy pizza instead of... And then I went to the pizza parlor and I bought pizza. These lovely faces again. Let's get some Taylor ham sandwiches. Thank you, very good. Okay, the music is back. What if Alex never follows the cat? I mean, I feel like we have to progress, because we need the powers of Dolly on our side. But still, is there anything different here? Before I move on, is there anyone... So we know Michelle is hanging out not too far from Alex's house. Is there anyone else that wasn't there in the first playthrough hanging out in Frankton right now? There's the old folks who deal drugs or whatever. It's this guy and his grandma. Is this person always there? What's your deal? See you later. I think my brother would really like you. I think she was always there. Well, I guess we could go this way. We could just like... Oh. It's not gonna force us to go up there, is it? Okay, no. Let's get on the bus. Oh, we can't reach it, can we? No. There's no crosswalks. Shit. Okay, we can't escape our fate. We have to chase the cat. How unfortunate. Maybe we could go to well, let's hold on. Still one more option to explore here. Let's go back home. Can't do anything with this. Can't do anything with this. What if we go behind Alex's house? Oh, there's rocks, yeah. Yeah, we don't have any option. We have to chase Dolly. Or at least that's what it seems. Whee. I must go into the attractive forests. Windy field. Also, the cat markers have disappeared. Come back here, you dumb cat. So here's that thing. So, okay. I'm gonna talk about... Alright, so I started... I read the introduction, not even chapter 1, but I read the introduction to, Don Quixote. And I do know windmills, or a windmill, appears in Don Quixote. I will continue to read that. I just read the introduction yesterday to see if I would even stand reading it. And it seems pretty good so far, so I'm probably gonna read the rest of it. But unfortunately I can't really comment on the windmills beyond I know that there is a windmill in Don Quixote, and this might be an epic reference to that. Also, that thing in the sky is that thing we see in the mine dungeon. It's IPs of different parallels and shit. And now it's Joe Costa time. Everybody in the IPs are they're like, what is it?
You're doomed. May you never fathom who you are. A dreamer. A sinner. A saint. No, none of those. A gamer.
Egg milk
You like
pasta.
games, don't you, hon?
You loves games.
Let me teach you one only the experienced gals know about.
Oh, this is another chance of doing something differently.
It's the dark
As soon as the thing
the
starts.
mother of your dreams, and the father of your failures. Only thing is... it's kinda dangerous to do it raw.
It's also dangerous to play.
Intravenous style.
Most people...
Blood
Oh,
on
yeah.
blood.
Yeah, that's right, Joe Costa, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be gentle.
Very cool. But the most people play the dark game die unoriginal and uninspired. It's not something you want to do, but here Alex is immediately taking part in the dark game.
You frontin', bruh?
And also we have this fucking awesome song that we only hear here.
I'm not about that. No way.
Yeah, I know how to play. Yeah. I know how to play. Yes.
Oh shit, I haven't caught in a while. Shit, we're gonna throw down? Nah, I'm gonna kick your shit in, boy. Don't even test me.
Okay, so once we defeat this dude, we have an opportunity to do something that I didn't do the first time I played. Just try to beat Chibi's Nanu. I know it's possible because people have told me as such. You just have to get good. Awesome. Here he is. So this is Chibi's and Anu. Good luck. Okay, let's try not to fuck this up. So, something I didn't do last time, or at least I don't think I did, is make use of the bandages and stuff. Oh, I still have my fish! I still have the fish that Surreal caught. Wow. Okay, so let's start with gauze bandages. Wait! Alex has olds! You don't even have to do that. Wow, when did we get these olds? Did we always have olds? Okay, I didn't take account for that.
You frontin', bro?
Could launch an old at Zenenu.
Trying to take my crown? Nah, I'm not about that. No way.
But also we get... Well, let's... Seems almost unfair now. Oh, and we're also the level that we are now. We're gonna beat his ass. Shit, I had no idea we were so OP. Yeah. Go. Old. We're actually gonna kick his shit in for real. LP toss.
LP toss! Shit, we're gonna throw down.
That's right.
Nah, I'm gonna kick your shit in, boy. Don't even touch me. Yup.
Wow. That was pretty epic.
Wow, I'm impressed. Are you sure this is your first time? You weren't dishonest about your experience, were you? Well, either
Alex
way,
would never lie.
I'll give you this to remember me by. Anyway,
Oh
don't let me
shit, what do we
keep you.
get?
You've got other pussycats to chase.
What do we get? What do we get? A silver spoon! Shit, what's the menu button? There we go. Yeah, we were just like given free olds for that fight, wow. And now we have... Gonna go ahead and put our silver spoon right there. And all of our cartas still have the, still has the levels that they had. Fat and Calf is still 4, so is Silver Spoon. Wow. Wonder what happens if we don't give Jocasta our heart. Because I think we unlocked all the carta, and that's... You have to give her your heart in order to... unlock the Kinder Surprise eggs. So... But anyways, oh, I never finished that thought that I was talking about earlier. I guess it's not as relevant. Well, the IP address thing disappeared. So if I recall correctly, those rings we were seeing in the sky that are gone now, which is the same stuff that we see in the soul space. If I recall correctly, from deviation perspective, part 2, on is a man at the center. Well, actually, part 1. So, deviation perspective 2, part 1, on is a man in the center, talks about the IPs and stuff being of users watching a stream of the king. I don't fully understand that, but I think it's the king we know is William. And he's one half of the on is a man equation. Slash perhaps even being used as a representation of on is a man himself in that situation. And the IPs are souls who haven't received their name yet? Something like that. I forget. I'd have to read it over again. There's the factory hotel. And there's that lady.
You're not supposed to be back here, you know.
And we know who she is. She's surreal.
What? You're looking for your cat? Oh. It's not your cat? Well, be careful around here. Make sure this cat is worth it.
Got wandered into that abandoned building. Or at least I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be Surreal. Surreal takes the form of a blue woman and proto-woman in Y2KE, so... Sweet, a pog. I have 2 pogs now. Yeah. Turkey sandwich. It's not really worth battling the enemies, is it? But I guess we will. These guys will give us like, what, 2 XP? It's also bullying, holy shit.
Okay.
This song is great. This is one of my favorite songs in the whole game. The title of it is pretty interesting. It's Fix My Self-Hatred with a Haircut. Is this lore implying that Alex got a haircut before he came home from college?
Okay.
There's really nothing to do here besides, well, save, I suppose, and then go in. Oh, Wilhelm's gonna be so easy. We're playing on easy mode. Oh god, wish I had analog controller stuff. And did you see that? That was God right there. Pictured over this tower, which I presume is the towering Mount Onism. There's also 3 crows. Crazy shit. And there's William in the BG. As we enter, there's really no choice. Who is that? What is that? Is that Punished Alex? In this window right here, I think that's Punished Alex. Also, if there's any question as to whether or not Factory Hotel is like, I mean, I think it's like a real place in the game world, but it's also like where we're at. I'm pretty sure the symbolism here is implying that Alex is off in his own head again, as he tends to be, leaping right over the God of Hope and down to this book. Now we get to read. And by read, I mean go through a window. Yummy water.
I stepped into the elevator, expecting to find the cat. I scanned the dark floor and found nothing. I sighed as the elevator began to shake, vibrating with motion.
Yeah.
The elevator came to a smooth but unexpected stop. I cringed with anxiety as the lights flickered.
Could have just stopped with I cringed.
Please don't die. Please don't die. I pleaded with the mechanical gods to keep the power on. My prayers weren't answered. Damn it! The power's out. I need to find the stairs or a fuse box.
Oh, he's such a great storyteller. This song is also has a really interesting name. I've been listening to the OST recently, and this is called Factory Hotel First Time, Prostitution of the Soul. And I think what's interesting about the name of this song is that it's like the opposite of one of the three vows that Cyril talks about in Y2KE. One of the three vows being chastity of the soul. So what Alex is doing here is like taking the anti-version of that. So I think that's interesting, if that's what the implication is supposed to be. Anyways, let's beat the shit out of this poor, pathetic smile. I'm gonna hit that for 166 damage. Also, the lyrics to this song are very moving. It's the first letter of the alphabet. That's so deep. Yeah, we have to get a key for this. Wonder if there's anything in particular we could do differently here in Factory Hotel.
Wait for me.
Okay.
We gotta go get Panda. Just have to go get a key first. Oh, right there. I can't do anything here. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, who's there? Don't come any closer. I'm armed.
He means armed as in he has arms. Also, it's his college dorm room again.
Quiet down. It's me, Panda.
Panda? Why are you here?
I came here to help you. I'm always there for you when you need me.
That's good to hear. What sort of help did you have in mind?
My primary use is as a barrier. I can block oncoming enemy attacks and create barriers between you and many other obstacles. My metal shield makes me very heavy, so you can use me to hold down switches and to clear small gaps by stepping on my head. You can press to summon me.
Yes, I love pressing.
Remember to press again to call me back. Also remember that some weighted switches will have reverse effects if you take me off.
So, press to summon you and press it again to take you back? I think I get it.
I hope so, Alex. It's rather straightforward. However, since you were a liberal arts major, want me to explain this entire thing again?
No. I got Panda. And yeah, this is once again his another example of like this being maybe not so real. Is the fact that why is his college dorm room in the factory hotel? Doesn't make any sense. Also, maybe this is nah, maybe this is maybe looking too much into it. The fact that it's in a state of disrepair and all disheveled and has cobwebs on it might be a little hint that college was a lot longer ago than Alex wants the player to believe. So we got Lucky Rabbit's Way. Wait, do we have all our stuff that we used to have? No. So we did. There we go, there's the optimize button. So our gear did get reset. So we have to press L, right? Pressing L. Oh, space. Oh. Then press L to use tool. We did it. We have this. Whoa, so cute. Actually, what is this? Okay, there, I see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's over yonder. Oh no, we just have invisibarriers, I see. So just a bunch of dead sunfish. And fish in general, I guess. I don't think I really noticed that much. Yeah, first time I played this. Okay, we have to set Panda on that button. Oh, it went away. Come on. There. Hey, it's this little circle over here. That's weird. Let's be mean. Just kill all of them in one shot. Pretty epic. Come on. There we go. Proto-woman.
She narrows her eyes and looks at the young man standing there.
This is an excerpt from a book.
He is so tall, she seems to be looking far overhead. Their eyes meet. The young man smiles. His smile is meant to show he means no harm. Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we take in the scene from mid-air, from above. We see that we are intertwining organisms.
What? What are you talking about?
Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we observe the pyramid of dimensional shift.
I don't understand. What's going on here?
Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we pretend to not see the eye of providence.
You mean that thing?
The eye of providence is a symbol showing an eye often surrounded by rays of light or a glory, and usually enclosed by a triangle.
Yeah, like on the dollar. But what does that have to do with anything?
Back to her home planet. I wonder... Cause that's not... I don't think that's Surreal's VA. So maybe Surreal uses the same imagery? Maybe somebody is using the same imagery as the Proto-Woman, but isn't the Proto-Woman? Like, maybe Surreal's Proto-Woman is different from the Proto-Woman that just said a bunch of cryptic bullshit just now. I mean, it wasn't bullshit, she was trying to talk about this, but she was using a excerpt from a book to talk about intertwining beings, which we know that's like an Ascension thing, so I don't know
what made me do it, but I poked the giant eye.
Poke. Crying.
The pyramid's tears seem to power the room. What the hell is going on here?
Oops, I keep accidentally spawning Panda. There's like nothing else we can do here, is there? Well, what is this actually? No, can't do anything. I keep pressing the panda button. Okay, so here's where they start. So this is a little piece that they give us, but we later know the full understanding of Kisage X being here filming Alex. This isn't the factory hotel, this is the soul space. That's the filming location that Kisage X is in. Or basically, or I think that's what's going on. Can't say for sure, obviously. I can only say what I think I know. And there's that thing from the blackened pond. Kiss the baby? No. Sparkling Intitris. Been wandering through these woods for days. Came in through the window over there to find my friend, but she's nowhere to be found. She followed some stupid guy here. Saw someone in here, they're dangerous, that's for sure. And look out for a man with green eyes. Man with green eyes. Alex doesn't have green eyes. I wonder as to whom they're talking about. I don't think William has green eyes. Ah. Interesting, so that I keep note of... Oh. These guys so I can talk to that other figure of light.
Okay.
Keep spotting panda. It's so cold in here. Someone seems to have turned off the sun. Cold is bad. Bad things happen in the cold. So yeah, I think this is... So... These guys, these figures of light, appear a couple times throughout the game. And one of the times that they appear, they're called paralleled selves, I think? And they appear near the end of the game, being called that. And they also appear when Essentia explains to Alex that he's gonna, like, doom the world for the nth time. So I think these are... that this is the soul space or whatever. This is like the crackage be occurring in Alex's story. And again. Hold on. Let me pause real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so one of the things that I want to be mindful of in this second playthrough is what lies Alex is telling. what things he wants the player to believe. And he wants us to believe that he went to a factory hotel to try and find this cat, and in turn ends up finding Sammy. But well, even in the original, before we know what we know, it's kind of hard to believe that this is actually happening.
Okay.
Okay, let's go fight this other guy, guys. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with this. I have 20 power points. I could just be LP Toss 2.
LP Toss!
Just gonna keep doing that. Man, I kinda wish we could get up there and see what the book, the script or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be the script, and it's next to Kisage. Okay, let's make sure we equipped Sergeant Salty's. And figure out the auto equip button again. Guess I can't somehow. Okay. Okay, can't go to that windmill. Is there anything else we can do here besides kiss the baby? Actually, what? Can't go yonder, can we? Can, but not that far. Okay, fine. Well, actually, what is that? I could've swore I just got a button prompt. Oh. It's a treasure chest. There, okay. Yes. You were too slow. Mean. It's Sammy time. Time to go meet Sammy. After we save. Can't unlock this. Not yet, at least.
Who's there? Dolly, is that you? Great, another person.
Hey, I can leave if you like.
No, please stay. I've been pretty lonely here.
Where is here, anyway?
I was hoping you'd know. I've been lost down here forever.
Did you come through the elevator too?
Elevator? I don't know what that is.
Then, where did you come from?
Where did you go?
I asked, thinking it sounded nicer than, who the hell doesn't know what an elevator is?
I came from here. Is there anywhere else? Anyway, I've been looking for my cat, Dolly. Have you seen her?
So the stupid thing was a girl? I just assumed it was a boy cat, seeing as how it had a spindly mustache. Although, now that I reflected on it, facial hair was not exclusive to male animals or male humans for that matter.
Wow, it's so socially aware of you, Alex.
Is that the cat who looks like Salvador Dali?
I don't know who that is. My cat just looks like Dolly herself, not another cat named Salvador.
She didn't know elevators. I doubted she'd know her 20th century Spanish Catalan surrealist painters all that well either. I said, right, I saw a cat earlier. He had a funny mustache and crazy eyes. Naturally, my description of her beloved feline was offensive to her. Clearly, this was a woman projecting a rather strong personality onto this cat. She took a deep breath and said quickly,
My cat has a beautiful mustache and perfect eyes. I can't imagine we're talking about the same cat.
I told her I wouldn't mind helping her find her cat. I told her we should move quickly and get out of this dank basement. I waited for a moment as she processed what I said. She was a very difficult girl to read, especially without being able to see her face.
So dank basement, not being able to see your face? Like, what's happening in the story, Alex? Which is it? What? So, what he's telling us is that we're in a dank basement and not a floating island in the middle of the soul space or whatever. Can't even see her face even though we approach her face on. But also, notice how there's some interesting... I'll talk about this more when we get to Autism 1999. But yeah, that's some weird shit.
I could tell something was wrong. She really projected her opinions and feelings into the room, even without saying them.
And notice what he says here. It's a little bit like what he does.
What's wrong? I don't have to help. I just thought you could use an extra pair of cat hunting eyes.
It's not that. It's okay, forget it.
Hey now, that's lame. You can tell me anything, no judgment here.
No judgment? Great lie. I like a good liar.
Hey, I'm serious. I didn't mean anything by that.
It's not you. That wasn't fair of me. It's just... the world has used me so unkindly, I fear it's made me suspicious of everyone. Okay. For now, I choose to trust you, but I reserve the right to decide you're just as evil as the rest of the world in the future.
Sounds like a fair deal. My name's Alex. Nice to meet you.
I'm Semi, but please call me Sammy. I don't know why I'm trusting you. I guess I always had a special spot for gingers.
Hey, careful with that word. That is our word.
What do you mean, our word? You're weird, Alex.
Sorry, lame joke. Let's just flip the cat.
Okay, so we got Sammy in our party. Yay. Okay, so I've read some theories about this, about how that this is the only time in which Alex meeting Sammy is like he's actually meeting Sammy. Like, basically, Alex and Sammy here, him encountering Sammy and talking to her and stuff, in the factory hotel, basically the entirety of factory hotel, up until the point where Sammy gets taken away by the soul survivors. There's some people who believe that this is the only time Alex is actually talking with Sammy in some actual respect, but I don't really believe that. So part of the theory and the reason why people believe that is because Sammy is like kind of mean to Alex. You know, she doesn't... She's like, oh, you're weird, and like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, she's not very charitable to what Alex is saying. She doesn't really want him to be here, but at the same time, she's like lonely, so she talks to him anyways. And so because of that, so Sammy, right now is sort of Alex's ideal woman. He is imagining, so say for example if Sammy was real, she would still be like, you know, a desirable female for our protagonist here. But regardless of whether she's real or not, the fact that she's like dismissive and not very nice to Alex doesn't mean that that this isn't a fantasy, or that he isn't just taking this thing that he saw somewhere, as we'll soon see with the onism post and elevator girl. It doesn't mean that he's not just projecting like his feelings or what he thinks that this woman that he's found would say to him. And we know Alex, you know, can be pretty mean to himself, so I don't see how this is legitimate. I don't see how this means that like Alex this is like totally true that Alex met Sammy here, because she's slightly mean to him and thinks he's weird. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't think... My theory is that this isn't really actually happening, and Alex just wants us to believe that he actually met Sammy. Okay, now we're back here. The hotel part of Factory Hotel. Even though I would hazard to say there isn't much of a factory part outside of the Eye of God area. There was William strolling along. Okay, let's get our equipment. She could remember. There we go. It's I. Okay. Actually, we can give Sammy some cartas too. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Cow. Sure, I don't know. Well, actually, what's Sorrowful Maiden? What did she do? This thing is probably good. Sure. Get seamstress on there. Can't really go into any of these doors.
Tell you about Dolly. Dolly is a tool, much like your stuffed panda friend. Use Dolly to fetch items and hit switches that are too far away for you to reach. Dolly can jump, so don't worry about her falling down any gaps. This will be useful, so make sure you try it. Okay, so shall we get out of here? Sorry about my house. I've been meaning to get someone in here to fix the power, but who has the time for that?
On top of that, like... The story that's being told here makes no fucking sense. Like, the factory hotel house? What the hell are you talking
I get so
about?
busy that little things like that get away from me. But that's normal, isn't it? You get used to the flaws in your own home. It's always like my mother used to have everyone take their shoes off in the kitchen. Who does that? Oh no, I've become my mother. Oh, one last thing I should warn you about. I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. Well, you'll see.
Yeah, we sure will see. Found an HP icon. Alex's HP increased by 1. Okay. Have to, is it again? This? I didn't know you could stun enemies with Dolly. Interesting. Oops. You need to do that. Didn't really want to defend, but whatever. And skills. Nothing much. Vitas. Still a lot of damage from Sammy.
Check out my sick beat.
Sweet. You want to go back down there to get that chest. Man, it's crazy the sweepage. Oh. Okay. This. Just delete all enemies.
Okay.
Okay, sweet. For equipment. Okay, ordinary colors is still better, huh? This. Ah, come on. Then this. Slice of pizza. Okay. Like we really need. Guess we could get some supreme slices because we don't have any. Here we are. The title screen with 2 an epic robot and a soul survivor. And this circle of circles. We know that to be a representation of the player, that Alex. They just like become one and become Alex. Wonder what is the meaning? I wonder. No. So we know this red throne is Essentia's. Go over to this mech, nothing happens. Can't go over there. Can't go over to this guy. Yeah, guess so. This is already kind of foreshadowing. Nice, nice. No. Crow is here. Okay, we have to, whatever. I don't think there's a choice in this matter. We have to connect the digital. And then go to the other. Over this twisted bridge. I wonder as to the symbolism.
Wait for me.
Connect to the spiritual? Yes. Man, I just want to run. It's not like I didn't press the fucking wrong button a million times on analog controls, but still. Peek into the blackened pond. So the spiritual combined with the digital. And now we're peeking into the blackened pond, which we know is kind of a recurring theme. Yes. Well, kind of a recurring theme is a bit of an understatement.
It's... I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. You see, we never really got along because I'm non-confrontational, and he's obsessed with conflict and
Kisage
misery.
X is feeling.
It's not that we didn't have good times together, it's just... he's so macabre.
Isn't hot like Wilfred.
Anyway, we've been growing apart for years, and I think it's time I have him evicted.
The ideal woman is a landlordess.
Do you think you could help me with that before we leave?
She is totally into me.
Spots? I wonder what we chose last time. I'm just gonna say no. Let's see what that does. That's still the same thing he does.
Hey, Wilhelm? There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Look, It's... Okay, deep breath. So, there's just no way around it. I'm going to have to kick you out.
Okay, so off the bat, let's take a look at this. So earlier Sammy said that Wilhelm was her roommate, but now she's a landlord and is evicting Wilhelm. So she has the power to evict him? Crow comments on this. The ideal woman. And what Sammy is doing right now is pretty similar to what the Essentia wants Alex to do, which is to get rid of Proto-Alex by killing him, so that way it's just her and Alex. So that's interesting. Anyways, LP toss.
LP toss!
What happens if we use the baby? Did a pretty good amount of damage. Okay, and he's dead now. Yay, we did it.
Okay.
Blessed are those who try their feet of the blackened pond, for they will inherit the question of reality.
Food for thought, I guess. Ooh, physics. So I guess perhaps by that Crow might mean that Alex could potentially turn back from this? Or there's a chance if he could dry his feet from the blackened pond, you know, maybe things wouldn't have ended up how they ended up. That's not really what happens. Okay, let's go in the elevator. Whee! That's fun. Okay. There's William. He's sleepy.
I am so
So
happy we're
red.
almost out of here. This isn't really what I expected to be doing with my day.
Well, at least we found Ali. Imagine how much worse it would have been without her.
Right. So, where do you live? I'll walk you back home, or maybe I can borrow my mom's car and drive you if it's outside of Frankton.
What do you mean? This is my home. This is where I live.
What? You live in this shithole?
That's not very nice. I'd never call your house a crap hole because I have manners. Ever heard of them, Alex?
Sorry. It's just not every day I meet a girl who lives in an old factory.
I don't see it that way. I almost feel as if the factory lives with me. As if the factory, just like Dali, is part of me.
That's
The
deep.
factory is part of you?
Wow, you're almost as dumb as you look. Of course, the factory isn't part of me. That's just weird.
But do you actually live here?
Yeah, just me and Dolly. But usually Dolly is better about keeping me company, you know? He's always just running off to God knows where.
And look, she just misgendered her own cat. What do they mean?
I reflected on her words. A mysterious girl who lived with her cat in an old steel mill.
And now it's a steel mill, specifically a steel mill that we're talking about.
It was obvious to me that her words didn't contain the entire truth.
Say that about you,
Something
Alex.
about her compelled me. Pieces of her story started to fit together in my mind.
It's right that you're constructing.
Well, at least that's what I thought at the time. I can admit now that some pieces were pure fabrication on my part. In my head, her story went something like this. Sammy was homeless.
See, he has like weird sparks where he is like, actually, you know, I'm kind of like making shit up. And then he goes on to like talk about the shit that he made up. But also, there's a lot of times where he makes shit up and he doesn't tell the player he's making shit up, but he definitely is.
A runaway woman who was trying to escape hard times. Someone who had found refuge in her cat. Maybe the only thing left from her previous life. Somehow this felt right inside my head. And still, I could tell I was missing something. Her clothes were clean, her breath was fresh, and she was much more energetic than any homeless girl I'd ever known. Not that I'd known many. The secret to what I was missing lay in her temperament.
Is that your hobby?
Is what my hobby?
Staring off into space and screwing up your face as if to say, what's going on inside my head is really important, so just let me think.
How observant, Sammy. That is his hobby.
Hey, I don't make that fit.
Brain blast. It's the towering Mount Onism again, the very top of it that we just saw. And the meme of the missing woman is now flooding the place. She's becoming missing. Scrambling, trying to scramble up this tangled web. Whoa. Look at that, like, metal cap Alex. That's pretty cool.
Please don't touch me, not again! Let me be! You promised you wouldn't move me again!
It's nostalgia vampire Alex Freakston. It almost seems like she's talking to him when she says that. But then she clarifies that she's being taken by the jesters. This little pool of despair. What will you do? We'll save. Might guild time. I think that's from Deviation Perspective 1, this page right here. Spitting on them photos. This distorted photo that we know is him and Allison.
Well, is she listed? No, tonight's auction isn't her. It's something I don't understand. An abstract desire. I really don't get this one. It's not anything you or I could relate to.
So, is your plan working or not?
Oh, I don't know if I'd call it a plan yet. My forum's grown, so something is happening. New crowd isn't great. Edgier than I expected. Their reaction to the low moon image proves it. Onism has gone septic.
Birds of a feather. The question remains, why that image? What about your outside predicament?
Don't remind me.
I had known her for less than 2 hours when she vanished from my sight.
It's so
Amy
sad.
was gone for good, swept away as if she'd never been there at all. A door into nothing, into a different reality, opened up and swallowed Sammy whole. At that moment, I couldn't think. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was replay the scene of her being pulled into obscurity by nothing.
When he says that, he means the video we're gonna see.
Here 1 second and gone the next.
Sammy was taken from your party. Because she's not invited to the party. Okay, what do you have to say, Proto-Woman? Oh, I want to talk to Proto. Thank you for visiting. I want to thank you for your continued patronage. You're my favorite customer. Please come again soon. So let's go back home.
The calm night wind of springtime seemed to contrast the inner workings of my brain. I was moving on autopilot back towards my home. I felt as if I'd seen something that wasn't meant to be seen. As if the curtain had lifted on reality and exposed the man upstairs. Like I just found out Santa wasn't real.
Yeah.
I couldn't yet put into words what I now understood. But something had changed inside of me. Pulsating through my veins was the energetic charge of irrevocable loss, all for a woman I didn't know. This feeling wasn't pure. It was cut with something I couldn't put my finger on at the time.
Lying to yourself.
I believe now that it was a profound sense that I had discovered something. Only problem was this something wasn't meant to be seen. In that moment, I was a child finding a magazine meant only for an adult's eyes. I was both intrigued and repulsed, confused by the images spinning inside my head.
That's pretty crazy, Alex. So there's some stuff I want to talk about. First of all, we're being followed by spirit. It is both blue and has two like pigtail sort of things. Whomst else has such an appearance of blue and pigtails? I'm thinking surreal. Surreal is following us. She's still following us. not following us in the overworld though. And now she's gone. Cheaper. Okay, let's go home. I don't think there's anything much else we could do. Still wondering about those weird glitchy NPCs, but whatever. Oh, an alpaca.
How did I not see it? It was already broken.
It's talking about reality. That's really cool, golden alpaca. Let's see, is there any other things we could do besides what the game wants us to do? Can't go to sleep, can we? No. Okay. Let's reflect.
When I arrived home, tired, confused, and out of breath, I tossed my things on the floor and made my way to the couch. My mother still wasn't home yet. I wasn't surprised. She often worked late right before her company released a new product. My mother, a 49-year-old, short, red-headed woman, was an information systems programmer analyst for Pacific Chime, the West Coast's leading telecommunications provider. Her job, ironically located on the East Coast, worked her harder in 1 year than most jobs work people in a decade. This job paid well. Without it, my sister and I would have never gotten through college. I left school debt-free thanks to the back-breaking mental labor of my mother.
You have mail.
So what's interesting is that I recall in Y2KE, Michael mentions that he bidded some parallel version of Alex, maybe not this Alex, but some Alex's memories of his sister away. I don't think that's necessarily this Alex's whose memories got bidded away, because this and a few other times he does mention his sister. Rather, I think he just doesn't want to think about what actually happened with her. Anyways, so I think what's interesting here is that the story we've been told so far is like out of order. What we're about to bad grammar. What we're about to find out is the catalyst to what Alex just experienced. Not that, that's surreal watching over us like a spooky ghost. No, let's go check her email. I found this creepy shit and I think you need to check it out. Apparently it's a video from your area. Be warned, it's crazy. Or missing persons at xstudio.com.
There was a moment of apathy where I almost didn't click the link. The last thing he sent me that was allegedly scary turned out to be a picture of two elephants locked in the throes of passion. I sighed and clicked the link. The file was 2.9 megabytes. In the dark room, the monitor was hurting my eyes. I rubbed them and waited for the file to load. I thought of all the things it could be. More animal porn, human porn, cartoon porn. You could never really guess with this guy. But it was most certainly going to be pornographic. Maybe a girl from my high school was now into adult videos and was doing some particularly unladylike things. While the video loaded, I thought of all the girls I had gone to school with who might be involved in such activities. All the girls who came to mind neither had the looks nor the motivation to seek out an adult filmmaker. I gave up. I just have to wait for it to finish downloading. When the file had finished downloading, I waited with fading patience for my computer to open it in QuickTime. Finally, it was loaded.
Girl gets on the elevator and some weird shit happens. Anyone know the details? I just saw this on the IRC. Click here for EG video. I grabbed some screenshots of the best parts. This reaction nod. So this is what we're believed to actually have happened. Somehow Sammy was being recorded in her disappearance. But actually I think what happened is that getting this link and then it directing to a thread on Onism 1999, I think this happened before Alex actually went out to the factory hotel and totally met Sammy's for real. Impossible Dry says, holy shit, which IRC was this one? Action Nod says, it was on Anonymous 10 minutes before I posted it, still trying to find an origin. Okay, had to pause for a moment. Alright, what was I reading? Reaction Nut says it was on Anonymous 10 minutes before he posted, still trying to find an origin. Watched it a few times, and I guess I'll be the first guy to ask, but what the fuck is outside of the door? What the fuck is wrong with her eyes? Just what the fuck? Don't even know if this is real? Is it from a movie? Can't find or deny if it's from a movie, but if it is, it's probably Japanese or something. But I think the frame rate, stationary camera, and unattractive woman makes me think it's at least homemade. I don't know if I'd call... I don't know if it'd call her ugly. Anyone find a name yet? It says Vivid appears. So... what's interesting here, the question of whether or not it's from a movie, something pretty similar, or somewhat similar, happens in, Deviation Perspective 2, part... I think it was... I forget if it was part 1 or part 2. It kind of blends together because it's all just on a... channeled on the YIIK official Discord. But here's my personal theory is that this is from a fucking Kisage X film. Like this is a... So I watched a YouTube video recently, as I feel a lot of people do, and what was interesting about that video, it was about the Cooper family falling body photo, which is a famous slash infamous internet shock photo in which it is a black and white photo. I'm sure those who know what I'm talking about know immediately what I'm talking about when I describe it. It is a black and white photo of a nice family photo. There's two women in the photo and two young boys at their little kitchen table, and then there's a spooky on the left side of the photo. There is a spooky humanoid entity falling from the ceiling, it looks like. And what was really interesting about that video covering the history of the photograph and trying to get to the bottom of it, if it was real or fake. It's fake, but there was multiple narratives being told about this photo. The Cooper family falling body photo itself, the name from whence it was created or whatever, came from, oh boy, I forget if it was specifically something awful or if it was on a message board similar to something awful, but specifically about centered around finding the source of the photo itself, some kind of thread from somewhere. I don't quite remember. It was a little bit ago that I watched this video, like a few weeks ago. But the photo itself is not a real photo. It was created by an artist who made it for I think it was like a 90s, like the photo was older than the 90s, but I think it was re-released. I don't know. Memory fucking sucks. What matters though is that an artist created the photo, but somehow in the very short amount of time that the artist had the photo posted on his own website online, or like an online gallery he used to have before he took it down, somebody got a hold of that photo and began to spread it around, and it became almost mythical. The Cooper family falling body photo became sort of a internet urban legend of sorts. Many people believed it was real, and many people tried to recreate it or like debunk it or confirm it or what have you. And the artist eventually found out that their work, completely absent of them, completely absent of the context, that the photo was made and edited as part of a series of photo manipulation artworks that he created. It was so completely removed from that context and the life of its own that it had taken on, that when he found out about it, he actually went into the thread that was discussing the origin of the photo and trying to get to the bottom of the mystery. And he sort of played into it, saying that, yeah, that this is him and his brother. And it was actually a picture of him and his brother. And he said some stuff about it. Basically, he didn't confirm that it was photo manipulated. He was kind of playing into their narrative. And later he wrote a book on it, like much later. Like I think he wrote it like last year or this year. Very recently, the photo's artist wrote a book on it, and it's like done in the style that it is like actually a real photo. But the point of that was like to create like a commentary on how shit can just like get posted on the internet completely without its original context or any knowledge of the artist who created something, and people will run wild with it. So from that, from the interesting philosophical questions, I wish I could remember who made that. Who made that video? Damn. I guess I could just go look it up. I'll do that. Cause it's so interesting. I highly recommend this video. Just stare at this picture of Sammy for a moment. Cooper family falling body photo. Story behind this perfectly normal photo by the YouTube creator YIIK spelled Jeff and Iot, like the Iot part of idiot. Yeah. He's got some other pretty interesting videos too, Jeff Iot. It's all one word, by the way. But yeah, very highly recommend the video. Because it's a very interesting video on this, on the phenomenon of what happens when you remove all of the context of a work of art and just let people on the internet go wild with it, and the kind of things that they end up creating, kind of mythos they end up creating out of it. And from that, if it is to be believed that this is from a Kisage X film after all, which seems to be the case, given the things that are said in Deviation Perspective 2, Part 2. Pretty sure it was Part 2, maybe it was Part 1. Whatever. Deviation Perspective Part 2, just the whole of that, somewhere in there it's mentioned. A scene similar to this is mentioned. So if it is to be believed that this is a scene from a Kisage X film that's been posted without context onto the internet, then I guess that would check out. Everybody's confused as what this is. Nobody has any answers because it was posted without context. And everybody just starts kind of creating their own mythos about it. And that's what Alex does too. Like this is... Alex did not meet Sammy before this. He's telling the story out of the order. Because of course he'd do that. But yeah, it's... Let's go back to reading the thread. Anyone else having a hard time viewing the video? Did you download it? It says 8Mellet. Imperfect Picket says there are 9 replies and yet no one is drawing attention to the fucking star monsters in the corners of the frame. Serious, guys. What the fuck is this from? Actually, no, it says from a security camera, obviously. Perfect Picket says there's no way this is real. Simply no way. Dim Thorny says I don't know. I kind of want it to be real. And I think, yeah. Vivid Appears says truth is out there. I too want to believe. So yeah, I think... And there's this kind of sentiment with the Cooper family falling body photo as well. This desire that people had upon seeing it to believe that it is real. That, like, when people tried to investigate if the photo had been manipulated in any kind of way, that like it had to have, like, they like put it through programs to see if there was any obvious Photoshop signs, and there were none, because the photo itself was made with double exposure or something like that to achieve the effects, not Photoshop. So yeah. So yeah, that's something pretty interesting, I think. It was posted on April 4th. Same day Alex graduated. Which means... Well, I guess this could be like late at night, April 4th. But still, we know Alex got home, or he says that he got home from college on April 4th. But still, whatever. Veriformer. We know Veriformer is Michael. We don't have to read that necessarily. Chronocrossed. We also know that Chronocrossed is a parallel Michael. Anyways, there's just a bunch of stuff here. haven't had dinner yet and I'm getting hungry, so I'm probably just gonna end it off, and next time I play this, whenever it is, whenever I find the time to play this, we'll take a look at all this shit again. Read onism, they say. So we'll do that, but get some sleep before I do anything else. Let's just save here. Alright. Exit. Yes. Okay, now actual exit. Okay. Don't really expect this afterward to be that long. But yeah. Well, I guess this was an interesting experiment in streaming outside of my usual time. It's funny, I wish I had more to say, but the stuff, because a lot of the stuff that I have to say on YIIK that is like new thoughts and opinions, it's mostly stuff in the latter half as we start getting into the Essentia shit. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about in regards to Essentia and Proto-Alex and what they mean. I started looking into Jungian psychology, the stuff that Carl Jung came up with in terms of how he thought the human psyche worked and functioned. And that's gonna have to wait until we get to Essentia and stuff before any of that stuff becomes relevant to talk about. But I do have some stuff I want to talk about in regards to that. Didn't really so I'm working on reading more stuff and looking into more things that helped influence this game, not just to understand better the game itself and it's the story of the game itself, but also to just because I think it's interesting. Looking into the media that inspired this game, a lot of it really catches my attention. Red Catcher in the Rye. I don't necessarily have much parallels I could draw. I mean, obviously you could draw some comparison to Holden Caulfield, the main character in Catcher in the Rye, and Alex Eagleston, but other than that, the story, the character arc, Holden Caulfield gets close to like giving into fantasies in the arc of the book, just to like I can't really say to avoid spoilers for this old ass book that most people had to read in school, but basically, just to use the vaguest terms and just talk about it briefly here, the arc Holden Caulfield goes through is kind of similar, and also his thought process is a bit similar to Alex's, but at the same time, not really. Like, the stuff that Holden is struggling with is kind of similar to what Alex struggles with. You know, loss of a family member. Alex's case, his sister. Holden's case, his brother. But in Holden's case, he doesn't believe that he doesn't delude himself to thinking that his brother is just like just off somewhere living life. Like he knows his brother is dead. His younger brother, Ali, which Allison, interesting. But yeah, the Holden, his compared to Alex likes to embellish shit a whole lot. Holden has very, he kind of just shuts things down. He tends to use the word phony to just dismiss the behavior of other people. He does do some theorizing about what other people are thinking and feeling. But not nearly to the extent. Sorry about that. I was being told a dinner was ready. I will have to go eat dinner, I guess. But yeah, it's interesting. The way Alex does it versus the way Holden does it. There's some similarities, but it's not the same. Also, the conclusion, the journey that Holden goes through and the journey Alex goes through are pretty different. The conclusion, the struggle that Holden has and the conclusion that he comes to is in relation to mainly like childhood innocence and holding on to the past, or the want for things to stay the same. Holden really wants things to just stay the same, just like they are in movies, and he laments a lot about how movies can be the same, but every time you see a movie, you're always different. It's you who change, but the movies stay the same. And he hates movies because of that. I mean, he obviously, it's obvious from the stuff he talks about, he likes movies quite a bit. And it's like a big way that he connects to his little sister. And it's a big way he connects to his older brother, but in a negative fashion, because he's upset that his older brother like goes to Hollywood to write movies when he would much rather prefer him stay around and write books or whatever. He tends to shut a lot of his thoughts down using his very limited vocabulary. He uses a lot of the same words again and again. And he also contradicts himself and is a bit of a hypocrite. Alex also has some of the same thought trappings that he falls into. I think Alex also wants shit to stay the same. Back in the good old days, obvious with his infatuation with nostalgia. But at the same time, it's a different manifestation of a similar thing, but the journey Holden goes through is a bit different than Alex's. But I think there's definitely value in looking at The Catcher in the Rye and looking at Alex's character arc and seeing some of the similarities between these two protagonists and the way they tell their own story. Like in Holden's case, it's almost like the whole book is basically him talking to the reader. That's perhaps one of the most unique things about the book, and it made it, for me at least, very engaging. I personally quite like Alex's monologues. As much shit as people give them, I quite like them. And that's like the entirety of Catcher in the Rye is Holden Caulfield telling you, the reader, about what's been going on in his life. From him dropping out of school to everything that happens after that, the lead up to the thing that was hinted at the beginning and then confirmed at the end, that he's like in a facility, like in a mental health institution. Which, I mean, considering the time period, probably sucks, but also seems to be getting better. I don't know. But yeah. And also I think I definitely recommend reading Catcher in the Rye. Not even just for adding some extra things to think about in YIIK, but also it's a pretty good book. It's really interesting. I think there's a lot to like there. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, next time I play this, whenever that is, whenever I find the time to play this on stream again, definitely have some more stuff I'd like to say that I couldn't really say quite yet due to it being so early in the game, but I still have plenty more thoughts on this. And also, the next goal of this is to see if I can figure out what the fuck is up with those static figures. Yeah, that's something to look into. I'm sure there's some new game plus content going on, and I'm curious about that. Well, anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Despite the weird time of playing this not being at night, it feels weird. Just streaming makes it feel so much later than it actually is because I'm so used to streaming so late. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.